Thank you all for coming. It's so good to see so many smiling faces. This has been a year like no other. You guys know we've really had a tough time getting this project off the ground, but we're able to do it. So really glad to be here to celebrate the start of our next 2-year build cycle with you, with all of you guys that have supported us over the last couple years. And we look forward to moving some people into these homes in the next year and months coming up.
There was a great football coach years ago who said, if things go wrong, I did it. If things go okay, we did it. If things go really, really well, you did it. I want to say you guys did a great job. You guys did a wonderful job. Everybody in here, from the ones who hammer the nails, who sign the papers, who actually live in the houses. I got a chance to meet somebody who lived in the house. This is a great job and a really wonderful accomplishment for Caroline County. It's really a wonder just to say, that's Reverend Dwayne Fields Sr., he's on the board too. It's just a wonder to say how great it is to have these 20 houses built in Caroline. It is really a wonderful thing. Personally, my degree is in architecture. I never really had a chance to live my dream, but my dream was to build a better world. Here at Habitat, thanks to Jason and thanks to you folks, I'm actually living my dream through everybody else. We're building a better world one house at a time. And we're going to keep doing it because I said to Jason a couple of weeks ago, or last week, this is the first 20 house grant we're going to get. The next 20 house grant we're going to get, we're going to keep going. But these houses will be made available to our first responders, school teachers, and it gives us a chance to really get affordable housing in the county, which is a big need.
It's exciting for Caroline Habitat, but it's also exciting for Caroline County. This marks the beginning of our next 2 years, building 20 affordable homes for our partner families. 12 of those will be with the self-help grant. For those of you who don't know, the 523 self-help grant allows families in Caroline County to buy an affordable home using the self-help method, which they will use sweat equity to build their own homes, along with our Habitat model and a low-interest home loan through the USDA.
Just want to say today we are celebrating the building of 20 affordable homes in Caroline for people that may not have been able to afford one before this grant. The Habitat for Humanity model requires applicants to pitch in sweat equity for their future homes and brings pride in home ownership. This celebration today is actually a testament of what can happen when government, developers, and private and nonprofits work together to bring something good for the county. Today, however, I want to take some time. I don't think a lot of people realize, I know we're kind of bragging on Jason here a little bit, what exactly Jason had to go through. There was 3, when he came to me and started talking to me about this years ago, I was like, yeah, this sounds great, let's go through the process. And it ended up being a much longer process than we thought. And it was a lot of hurdles to clear. The first hurdle that Jason had to clear, and you may have actually read about this in the papers last summer, was convincing the George Washington Regional Commission that taking the grant was a good idea. There was some pretty hot debate among the commission whether we should even take this grant. Is the government going to be responsible for building houses? And eventually, thanks to Mr. Boyles, I don't know where Mr. Boyles is in the background, he was a driver behind convincing us that this grant would be built by a third party. The governments would not have to deal with building it. The second hurdle that Jason had to deal with was now that we had accepted the money, the question becomes what entities would actually get the grant. And the George Washington Commission set up a panel of bankers, developers, supervisors that would be neutral and look at all the different applications that came in. And they could have gone a million ways with this. They could have said, all right, we're going to go for 5 in Stafford, we're going to go for 5 in King George, we're going to go for 5 in Fredericksburg City, and we'll go with 5 in Caroline. What was a true testament to Jason is that commission decided that all 20 would go right here in Caroline. That's how strong Habitat's for Humanity's application was. And I was told after by another member of the GWRC Commission that Jason just eliminated the competition, was way ahead in the scoring on that. So once again, congratulations. And then finally, which once I thought we had everything cleared, there was the challenge of trying to find, Jason, a place where we could build those 20 homes right here in Caroline. A much bigger challenge than I realized would be, but I do want to thank on that. Mr. Fincham's here, Mr. Parton and county staff. That was a huge help of trying to finally come up with a place that he could put most of these homes. So this was not an easy process, Jason, I understand. So I, like the person said before, sleep well. But it is, hopefully you find this very rewarding. And there are times as a supervisor when we come home from a meeting, we pull our hair out if we have any, but we pull our hair out. And and then there are times when you just come home and you say, we finally got it right. We did something right here today. So I just want to say we're doing it right today. So congratulations and thank you.
As prices of houses continue to rise, the dream of home ownership seems to be less likely for very low and low income families. Now with our 502 direct program, we actually do allow for payment assistance. So that's going to give these individuals an opportunity to become homeowners. So realizing their dream of home ownership has become a reality, will become a reality between the actions of Caroline Habitat and those individuals seeking payment assistance through our 502 direct program. USDA Rural Development is committed to helping improve the quality of life in rural communities and the economy of those areas. And we look forward to continuing to grow our partnership with the Caroline Habitat for Humanity.